A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, but that last one earning them a new set of downs.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jaden Daniels scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Carr being chased out left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Down the right sideline. He's on his way. Austin Ekeler. Touchdown, Washington. Austin Ekeler with career touchdown number 75. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They'll get this out to Kamara. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Flushed out right. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Now Carr. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They go play action. Daniels. He'll buy some time right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing now is Daniels. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Bryan Bresee able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Here's Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara down to about the 45. You talk about this Washington defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
First down at the 16-yard line.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
To throw his Carr. Steps away to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Carr going to throw. Slant pass complete to Olave. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. To the air goes Daniels. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better.
Oh, and now some trickery. They fake the spike. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. Daron Payne. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Saints. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. The Saints offense and Derek Carr, they're still on the field, so they figure to go for 2 here. They'll look to throw, and this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now Daniels. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Kamara up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
If it's not one guy, it's another with this defense. I mean, this is the #1 unit against the rush in the entire NFL. They know how to cover for each other, and yeah, they've got great players. They also have very dependable players, too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Carr now to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Here's Carr to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. Strong running at the 30. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's third and a few inches. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to be recovered in the end zone. But remember, here in the final 2 minutes of the half, this can only be advanced by the man who lost it. So no touchdown. And this will come back out to the spot of the fumble. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Washington.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball is going to come out to the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Carr on the bootleg. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Here comes a reverse. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. To throw is Daniels. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a first down. Daniels looking to throw. Throw right side, complete to Dotson. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. straight ahead. It's Robinson.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Daniels. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get it. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the right hash and a bit of a tight angle. York able to send this one through. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Throwing now is Carr. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
From the gun, it's Carr. That is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Saints get a bit closer. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now he'll give it up on the reverse. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Daniels. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Commanders are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them.
And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Terry McLaurin, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. And he takes a pretty good lick there as he'll wind up getting about 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Here's Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off into 4th. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. And this situation with a lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second and 9 from the 44. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for Washington. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. To the air is Rattler. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing once more, here's Rattler. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Allen Robinson, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Here's 1st and 10. Rattler wants to throw it. Pass complete to Robinson. And he'll work his way out of bounds here as well. A nice pickup. 21 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's 1st down. Here's Rattler. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.